Welcome back to Growth Unlocked, everyone. I'm Emma, and I'm so glad you're joining us today.
And I'm Leo. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Today, we're diving into a topic that I think resonates with all of us: how to break bad habits forever.
Absolutely, Leo. This isn't just about stopping something negative, it's about unlocking real personal growth and building a life that truly aligns with your goals. It's a game changer.
Absolutely, Emma. So, to really tackle bad habits, it helps to understand how they form in the first place. Psychologists often talk about something called the habit loop. It has three main parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger, something that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and decide which habit to use. Then comes the routine, which is the habit itself, the behavior you perform. And finally, the reward is the positive feeling or outcome you get from the routine, which tells your brain that this loop is worth remembering for the future. Over time, this loop becomes incredibly strong, almost like a well-worn path in your brain, making ingrained habits very challenging to break.
That makes so much sense. Like for me, I noticed that after a long day at work, the cue was walking in the door feeling exhausted. My old routine was immediately grabbing a sugary snack from the pantry. The reward was that momentary boost of energy or comfort. It felt automatic. It wasn't even a conscious decision, just something I did. So, moving on to our first practical tip, and this one is absolutely crucial. Identify your triggers. Before you can change a habit, you really need to understand what sets it off. Think of it like being a detective in your own life. What are the specific cues or situations that consistently lead you to engage in that unwanted behavior?
That's a great point, Emma. It's often not the habit itself that's the primary issue, but the circumstances surrounding it. For instance, if your bad habit is mindlessly scrolling on your phone, is it when you're feeling bored or stressed after work, or maybe just before bed?
Exactly. And there are some fantastic methods to help you gain this self awareness. One I highly recommend is journaling. Simply keeping a small notebook or even a note on your phone. Each time you engage in the bad habit, jot down what happened right before it. What were you doing? How were you feeling? Who were you with?
And another powerful tool is mindfulness. This isn't about deep meditation necessarily, but more about paying conscious attention to your thoughts and feelings in the moment. When you feel the urge to act on a bad habit, pause and observe it. What's the internal cue? What's the external trigger? Over time, you'll start to see patterns emerge. This awareness is the first step towards taking control. Following on from identifying those triggers, our second tip is a crucial one: replace, don't just remove. This means instead of just trying to stop a bad habit, you actively substitute it with a new, more positive, or at least neutral one. The problem with simply trying to stop is you leave a void, and your brain is very good at filling voids, often with the old habit.
That makes so much sense, Leo. It's like if you decide to stop mindlessly scrolling on your phone when you're bored, if you just put the phone down and do nothing, that boredom is still there, and it's so easy to pick it back up.
Exactly. The key is to find an alternative routine that gives you a similar reward to the bad habit. If your reward for scrolling was distraction or a momentary sense of connection, perhaps you could replace it with reading a physical book for 5 minutes or even calling a friend. The brain still gets that hit, but from a healthier source.
So it's about understanding what feeling or outcome the bad habit was actually giving you, and then finding a different way to get that same feeling. If you snack when stressed, maybe a quick walk or deep breathing exercises could offer a similar calming effect without the unhealthy food.
Precisely. It requires a bit of introspection to figure out the underlying reward, but once you do, you're halfway there to building a sustainable new habit.
Our third tip today, and this one is so powerful, is to start small and really focus on building consistency. It's often tempting to go for a huge overhaul when you're trying to break a habit, right? You want to stop everything bad all at once, but that rarely works because it's just too much too fast. Instead, think about making tiny, manageable changes. If you want to stop scrolling on your phone late at night, don't aim for zero screen time immediately. Maybe just put your phone away 5 minutes earlier tonight. Or if you want to drink more water, just start with one extra glass in the morning.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It feels less daunting.
Exactly. These small steps are so much easier to sustain over time. And when you successfully stick to that tiny change, even for a day or two, you get this wonderful boost of confidence. Celebrate those small victories. Acknowledge that you did it. That positive reinforcement is key to building momentum. Each consistent small effort adds up, creating a foundation for bigger changes and ultimately breaking that bad habit for good.
Absolutely, Emma. And leading on from that, our fourth tip is to seek support and practice self compassion. It's really quite challenging to tackle ingrained habits completely on your own. Sometimes having an accountability partner, whether it's a friend, a family member, or even a coach or therapist, can make a huge difference. They can offer encouragement, a different perspective, or simply be someone you check in with, which adds an extra layer of motivation. Don't underestimate the power of external support in your journey to lasting change.
That's so true, Leo. And hand in hand with seeking support is practicing self compassion. Let's be honest, breaking habits isn't a straight line. There will be days when you slip up, when you fall back into old patterns, and in those moments, it's really easy to get down on yourself, to feel like a failure. But that negative self talk often makes things worse, not better. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a friend. Acknowledge the setback, learn from it, and gently guide yourself back on track. Don't let one misstep become an excuse to abandon all your progress. It's a journey, not a sprint, and every step forward counts. Oh, we've covered a lot today, Leo. It's been a really insightful conversation on breaking bad habits.
Indeed, Emma. Just to quickly recap for our listeners, we talked about four key steps. Firstly, identifying your triggers, understanding what cues your habit.
Exactly. And then it's about replacing, not just removing the habit, finding a positive alternative that gives you a similar reward.
Following that, we stressed the importance of starting small and building consistency, taking those tiny, manageable steps.
And finally, seeking support and practicing self compassion. Remember, it's a journey, and being kind to yourself through setbacks is crucial. We really hope these tips empower you to start your own journey.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode.
We've loved having you with us. Until next time, take care, everyone.